The state of mobile games is pretty weird, I gotta be honest. I mean, I've always been one of those pretentious gamers, not gonna lie. Someone who's always thought less of mobile games as soon as I got out of my Clash of Clans phase. Like, ew, you play Candy Crush? You play a mobile gacha game? Well, you'll never be as sophisticated as someone like me, a PC gamer who plays Brawlhalla. Wait, this is what you play all day? This barely counts. But as someone who's gotten more and more busy with real life and a job or whatever, I've had less time and or motivation to sit down into an exciting game with a big universe or a fun, cute little indie game on my PC. So I finally did it. I stepped down from my figurative high horse and decided to download some mobile games again while I was bored. And I instantly remembered why I didn't like mobile games to begin with. Paper IO 2 is a fantastic case study on the problem with mobile games, because the premise of the game is stupidly simple. It's like the classic game Snake, but it's with other players, and the goal is to capture as much land as you can until you win the round, and that's it. It's a fun little time killer, especially since you can just play it with a thumb, and it's so incredibly casual, you don't really need it to take your full attention. Like, I could be talking with someone while I play the game and still sweep the competition. It's honestly a little embarrassing how much I've been playing this game lately, but it's so easy to open and get a quick round in when there's nothing to do. And honestly, it beats doom scrolling on social media most of the time anyway. Now we get into the bad part of this game, and pretty much every mobile game like this you try to download nowadays. First of all, I'm pretty sure the players are fake. I don't think I'm facing real people. Not specifically because they're incredibly bad at the game, although they are. I feel like the biggest giveaway is when I get a 30-second ad in the middle of the game and finally exit out the ad. I'm somehow still alive, and the opponents haven't moved an inch. I'm not saying every single opponent in this game is a bot, but I'm pretty sure maybe 90% of them are. Even if they have real profile pictures of, I don't know, selfies of people, who's to say that the developers didn't just scrape a database of profile pictures online to give the bots to make the game feel more immersive? Maybe that's a reach, I don't know. But it gets to my second point of mobile games like this. It's the ethics. This game and many others like this are invested with ads. And I know developers have to make money. If it really was a big enough deal for me, I could pay the $10 to get rid of the ads for good, but the optional ads that are built into the game are here to stay. Look, we are all familiar with the term pay to win, but mobile games have introduced the concept of selling your attention for a short amount of time to win. Did you die right before reaching a high score? Just watch this ad for a second chance. Did you not get that collectible item in time before the match was over? Just watch this ad. Would you like some free coins? Ad. Look, the ads wouldn't be so bad if the ad system in place wasn't so awful. Clicking off of an ad on a mobile game is like actually impossible sometimes. It's like a game in itself. Do I click the arrow button? Oh, it opens up the app store. Let me swipe out of the app store, and now I have to wait until the hidden X button appears. But what corner of the screen will it be on? And I'll try to click the X button, but it's so small. I just keep on opening the stupid ad to open the app store back up. At this point, it's literally easier to just exit out the game entirely and reopen it. I like the game though because it's really satisfying to play. The animations are super well done, and the effects are probably so optimized to give a player as much dopamine as possible. So look, I gotta give credit where credit's due. I just wish this game wasn't so desperate for me to watch as many ads as possible during a 5-minute play session. On the opposite side of the spectrum is a game like this one. I downloaded this game called Bad Credit. No ads. Cute, simple little management game where you accept or deny loans based on a specific requirement. You get quirky little dialogue, a cute retro art style, and a simple enough formula that's easy to learn and pick up and play for a few minutes at a time. And it gets more difficult as you progress through the days with more requirements and time limits kicking in. I'm not great at it, but it's a fun little pretend productivity type game. But you can probably tell. It's a clone of Papers, Please, a game with a similar concept of checking IDs and people's records, but Papers, Please is a game that is based on allowing people into your country. It's more fleshed out, more stylized, and way higher budget, for an indie game at least, and it's clear to say that is the superior game. You know, because it's the original one and not like a knockoff. And it turns out Papers, Please does have a mobile game too. So eventually, sure, I plan to cough up the $5 to play the real game rather than the stolen concept, but that's the problem with so many mobile games games nowadays as well. They are just clear ripoffs of original indie games. I couldn't even bother to check how many Poppy's Playtime ripoffs they probably have in the App Store right now. But then you get a game like the WereCleaner, a 2024 freeware mobile game developed by Howlin' Hugs and published by USC Games. And I love this little game, man. You're a janitor named Kyle who is secretly a werewolf, and you're forced to work for unpaid overtime in your werewolf form. The gameplay is simple yet really fun, and it has a nice balanced pace to it all. It's level based and you just gotta clean up some messes, but if you're spotted as your werewolf form by an employee, you literally lose control and kill them. So now you have to eat them and clean up the mess. Look, it's incredibly goofy and silly, and I love it for that. I love the chibi art style to it. The game has great artwork and great character portraits that are so expressive, and the dialogue between the security guard and Kyle is absolutely hilarious. I love how the security guard and Kyle speak over the intercom, so the security guard takes an absurdly long time to realize that the werewolf intruder is Kyle. You know, this actually makes me realize that I never really hated mobile games to begin with. I think back to a game like Major Mayhem, an Adult Swim game that was super fun, super creative, and it was this super macho guy who was shooting ninjas, and it was really stupid, but in a fun, quirky way. And that's the thing about mobile games. They don't have to be serious. They can be whatever they want to be. So just thought I'd give that one a shout out because it was pretty fun, and I re-downloaded it recently and it's still fun. And then there's a game like Battleheart Legacy, which is one of my favorite mobile games ever. This game is an actual RPG, and there's so much to do, and the controls are easy because you could just click and play, and there's character classes, and this game's awesome. Mobile games are cool, and I think I was just hating because when you get above mobile games, when you get your PC for the first time, it's so easy to dismiss mobile games altogether. So while, yeah, mobile games have their own problems, the controls are often limited to uncomfortable on-screen controls. Many of these mobile games are filled with ads or gacha-style mechanics. There are some indie gems you can find, and that's why I love video games at the end of the day. I love finding indie games made by passionate teams, making something they love with their own style. If you want to check out any of the games below, check out the link in the description. I have some other cool goodies you can check out below too. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one, and if you have any indie game recommendations you think I should make a video on, comment them down below, regardless of whether it's on PC or mobile. Peace out.